Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Chemaissem with you guys. Just referring back to my last video in regards to letting go. I had a few inquiries, people asking me, okay, well, we understand that we need to let go. But I mean, how do we let go? Because we've tried everything, and we've tried self-healing, we've tried meditation, we've read so many books, but we just can't do it. We feel stuck. And it's very interesting that they said that. And it's normal to feel stuck. What's not normal is to stay stuck forever. So this video pretty much is going to give you some tools, some ideas on the process of how to let go. And then eventually in the next week or so, you'll notice I'll put another video up. That's a meditative video that you can utilize yourself at home, in the comfort of your home, anywhere between 10 to 20 minutes self-meditation to give you that process between your conscious and unconscious mind, and finding the reals or the meaning to just finally drop it and let go. Because when we try to let go at a conscious status of our mind, we struggle. And that's just the process of life, right? But when we go deeper into our unconscious mind, we break through all those critical faculties of our conscious awareness, which we may call the logical mind. And then we find that our unconscious mind cooperates with us to help us in the process of letting go. Hence why a lot of people struggle to let go at the beginning, and they don't understand why. It's because their mind is in their bloody way. It's about moving that facade, moving that veil, finding yourself and getting out of your own way so you can let go. So the process of how to let go, the first thing I would suggest is sit down with yourself quietly every day for a few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes if possible. Find peace with yourself. The number one thing is finding peace. Who really are you? What are you becoming based on your life experiences? That peace within, that I'm okay, I will be okay, I will continue to be okay, I love myself, I accept myself. That inner peace is the start of you finding a way to let go. Practice mindfulness. A lot of people call it mindfulness. I personally think it's called hypnotherapy, hypnosis. A lot of people veer off that word. They freak out thinking they lose control, except not realizing that during hypnotherapy, mindfulness, hypnosis, whatever name you want to call it, you actually are not losing control. You're finally capturing the control of your own mind by dropping into a few gears back and just letting go, submitting yourself into a process of utter awareness. But you don't realize this awareness when you're consciously aware of everything. The moment you disconnect yourself from your own self is the moment you actually find yourself. Because those gaps that are in between where you are right now and where you want to be begin to close off when you're in that process of mindfulness, hypnosis, hypnotherapy, whatever you want to call it. So that's number 2. Number 3, accept that your 5 fingers are not the same. No one is the same. You're not going to find your partner being the same. Your children are not the same. Your friends are not the same. Your family members are not the same. The acquaintances you rock up with in life are not the same. And that's okay. The moment you can accept that not everyone is the same is the moment you begin to accept yourself, because you are different. And the moment you can accept that you are different in every possible way, you have no one to try to be like, because you are you, utterly you. That's number 3. Accept that your 5 fingers are not the same. Realize that not everyone is the same. Accept that you are different, but the same for yourself, but different from others, and that's okay. Now, the process of actually letting go, what I want you to do is just imagine that you can create a bag in your imagination Fill it up with the things that you want to take with you in the process of letting go. Because when you come to let go, there are gaps, avoidance, low tolerance, behavioral patterns, habitual ways of thinking, habits, behaviors. All of these things play a part in your life, right? So before you can actually let go of your baggage, you need to create a new bag in your imagination of all the things that you want to put in there. Resilience, whatever that means for you. Strength, whatever that means for you. Confidence, whatever that brings meaning to you. Self-worth, that should be your priority. Because the moment you can find self-worth in yourself, I mean, you found yourself. What else is left? That's done. That's the beginning of growth. And yeah, it takes a lot of vulnerability to find self-worth. But in vulnerability itself takes a lot of courage to take that step. And I mean, how much more are you going to stay living the way you're living? Make it a choice to change. Change doesn't happen for people. It doesn't happen to people. Change is a choice. And when you change, choices become inevitable and you have so many to choose from. And in order to change yourself, you need to change something about you. In order for things around you in your life need to change, you need to change something about you. So if you look in that mirror and you say, no, I'm not worthy of loving myself, how do you expect to be somewhere else if you yourself are still the same person you are today? It's not possible. You need to let go of the person you are already in order to find and create someone new and someone different to outgrow the old person that you thought you want to continue to be. So, when you start filling up your bag with all the things of the gaps that you had from what I explained before, where you are now, where you want to be, so there's a bit of a gap there. And in order to get from A to B, you need to fill up the gap and create those stepping stones to reach this destination. That's the bag that I want you to sit down with yourself and create. Write a list. Get a pen and paper. I am resilient. Even though you think you're not right now, I am great. The fact that you're watching this video, clearly there's something inside of yourself that wants to change. And you're finding the means or ways to utilize from outside sources to change. But you cannot change yourself from outside people. You can only change from within you. The outside people like myself and many others, entrepreneurs, coaches, I don't know, NLP practitioners like myself, psychotherapists, and amongst many, many other things, cannot change you, cannot change your life for you, cannot change your past for you. That's a choice you make with yourself. We're all only here to facilitate the process for you to create that change. What more are you going to tolerate? How much more of emotions, of crapness are you going to feel in the next few years of your life? You've already wasted a whole century, whole decades of your life. Still being stuck, still being in the same position that you're at right now. How much more are you going to waste moving forward of your life before you decide that change, it comes from within me? It's not from Sarah. It's not from Tony. It's not from Simon. It's not from, I don't know, Mary. Change starts with you. We're just here to give you the pointers of how to do the change. But the rest is up to you to make that choice, to change yourself in order to change the way you see your life and the way you live your life, and in order to get to the destination that you're trying so hard to get to. So start filling up that bag. Get the pen and paper. Get a pen. Get a paper. Look, I just said I'm opposite. Get a pen, get a paper, and start writing down all of those things that you want to fill up in your bag. That's your next process, to actually create the how in order to let go. Once you're done, take your time, take half an hour, sit with yourself. If emotions are coming through, your tears are starting to come through because flashbacks of memories from your past are hitting through, that's okay. That's not a problem. Let them come through. When they do and they're dusted and you're writing down this process, close it up in your mind. Close up that beautiful bag that you've just created. Put it on one side and bring up the other bag in front of you. Bring up the bag, the luggage, the heaviness of all the pain, trauma, I don't know, abuse, everything you've ever experienced that you don't like, the injustice, the times that you thought you were giving and then your vulnerability turned to allow people to step on you. Anything that you have already experienced that is in history, that actually doesn't exist in the current, bring that up to the surface. Jot them down. Jot down the pain. Write down what was going on. Write down the emotion that was present. Anger, sadness, guilt, hurt, fear, pain, shame. Whatever it is, just write it down. And when you're ready, close your eyes. And when you close your eyes, imagine that luggage has been held on your shoulders for so long. And I bet you, 90% of the people watching this video that are still holding on to a luggage have pain in their neck and pain in their shoulders. But it's a test. For a moment, I want you to try this out. Close your eyes. Just for a moment. Close your eyes. Do this with me, guys. Close your eyes. Drop the bag. Drop the bag of the crap. Drop the bag of everything you've been holding on to. All the negativity. All the things that they told you you'll never become. All the pain, trauma, abuse. Drop it. Drop it just for a moment. Imagine everything was on that bag and it was on your back, and imagine you just dropped it for a moment. How do you feel? Where is the pain and the strain in your neck and your shoulders right now? If you manage to drop the bag like I just told you to, and you realize that the consequence of dropping the bag, there was no consequence other than letting go of the pain that you've been holding onto your shoulders, that's the beginning of change. If you could do that, you could do anything. Now, for the ones that did actually go ahead and attempt that, thank you. I love the fact that you're a daredevil and you can try to do new things. That list of all the things in your bag, I want you to find a safe place to burn that paper. Or tear it up in a million little pieces and throw it in the bin or in a lake or anywhere. But the moment you do that, I want you to close your eyes and visualize yourself. Visualize, just the way you just did by dropping the bag behind you, is that you are actually letting go. And in replacement of letting go, you're building yourself with the first paper you wrote down. Your goals, your strengths, the things that you want to become, the things that you don't already own, have inside of yourself that you're going to replace, the gap in between of where you are and where you want to go. Hold that paper, read it out loud. Read it from your heart. Don't just read it for the sake of reading it. There's no such thing as fake it till you make it. That's rubbish. You got to read it from your heart, and you got to really, really believe that you can do this. And in that moment, change and letting go begins. Once that's done, you go ahead and get your pen, get your paper and pen again, and begin writing all the things that are great about you, the positive things. How you deserve to be forgiven. How you are greatness. How just the way you believe your children or your friends or whoever it is in your life deserves to be forgiven for the mistakes they've done, you also deserve to be forgiven. Because in the moments of letting go, we need to forgive ourselves. And the moment we can actually finally forgive ourselves, we've achieved the biggest thing for us. And that's true love, true self-worth. If that's what you want, if you are ready to drop down that bag, that luggage, and if you're ready to let it go, well, towards the end of your journey, you need to find it inside your heart to forgive yourself for all the things you accepted, all the things that you didn't accept, all the moments that you did do something wrong or you didn't do something wrong. Forgive yourself, just the way you'd forgive a child that does a mistake and didn't know more than what they thought they knew. It's in your hands. I'm giving you permission to take back the key to your life and make the changes that you need. Create that potency that continuously integrates all of the new learnings that you are learning through this video and all the posts and videos that I'll be putting in the future and from other people. Integrate all of that together so you can have a potent, strong foundation of growing and overcoming your stuck behaviors, states, habits, thoughts, intrusive thoughts, whatever is going on for you. And I hope this video has helped. Until next time, you'll be receiving the meditative video, and yeah, I hope that to some degree you have found benefit in this video. Until next time, guys, love you all. Goodbye for now.